Marcel Belfay has instilled a word into this team this year called trust. He uses it a lot. The players use it a lot. But he's also done some things and given the players incentives away from the field.
Yeah, he has. And one of those things, not something that he's dangling as a motivator, but just one of those things to show that he is treating them as people, allowing them with the bye week coming up to fly straight home from here in Regina. They don't necessarily all have to fly back to Toronto to get to their destinations from there after this game.
There's second down here. Incomplete. No penalty flag. Kevin Glenn and the Cats, if they have had a problem in this second half, it has been second down conversions. And so now Nick Seta, against this breeze, will kick it away.
Well, that was a situation where the Tiger Cats needed a couple of first downs just because of the field position, but 0 for 14 on second down conversions here could haunt them in this situation.
Almost blocked. Fluttering kick. Fielded by Morris. There was no penalty marker. The crowd wanted a no yards call, and they may have a point.
Well, it was very close. The Tiger Cats player, I believe it was Bo Smith, recognized that the returner was creeping up.
Well, that looks like they encroached.
A couple of guys very close.
That's
Certainly
not 5
right
yards.
Here, that appears to be less than 5-yard radius. The fact that he was retreating probably bought him some forgiveness from the official, or at least made it difficult to judge just how close he was.
Jerron Walker goes wide side, top of your screen. Rob Bag short side. West Cates, the handoff. Cates spinning and looked like he might have been stopped at the line of scrimmage and got a few yards out of that.
And this is a fairly typical West Cates run. Not
Appears to be someone out in the field here. A fan had actually walked out.
That was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Walked out right in the middle of the Hamilton defense, and clearly he's had a few too many today. He's been ushered off to the sideline. That was like that guy, remember, in the NFL who came out and took the ball. That's what that looked like. Wondering where he came from. Just over 7 minutes remain in the fourth. Cates on a battle for that first down.
Another tremendous second effort there from West Cates. We'll see if it's enough here to move the chains.
Saskatchewan Roughriders, again, rarely do they lose 3 in a row at home. Rarely has a team given up a 23-point lead. Been so dominant at the half. Unable to score in the second half. Again, for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, it's a first down. They're trying to break a long losing streak against these Riders. Two entirely different halves. And now it's going to come down to a battle of field position. And it might be the last team that has the football wins this game. Far side again, the sure-handed bag. One-on-one. Dusts. Gordon scored and Moulton has to make the tackle.
What a move by Rob Bag. Nice shake and bake. Just one-on-one in the open field between Rob Bag and Lawrence Gordon. Bag gives him a little juke to the inside. Takes off outside. Another first down picked up by the Saskatchewan receiver.
Dressel follows some blocking. Dressel outside to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Weston Dressler! What a play by the Riders.
Fantastic play and a the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Tell you, the Riders may have gotten away with one here. Watch Rob Bagg on the outside. Take a look at that hand. Yanks the jersey of Lawrence Gordon to prevent him from pursuing to the outside. He stole that one.
And Otis Floyd couldn't catch up with Dressler, who scores his third touchdown. And the Rookie of the Year from last year brings the 13th man to its feet here in Regina. 30-23. Has hot tubs in stores, but that's quite the seat here. We've got quite a fourth quarter, quite a second half. Riders leading. Marquet McDaniel spun to the ground. 5:42 to go. Loads of time still. And I have a feeling, I don't know about you, I didn't think we'd be to this point in this ball game after that first half.
No, the Hamilton Tiger Cats dialed it up in a big way in the third quarter, just when it looked like they had taken control of this whole thing. The Saskatchewan Roughriders, led by a couple of big plays from that young man, Rob Bagg, showed that there's no quit in them either. Gets congratulations there from his quarterback, Darian Durant. Recognizes a couple of big plays from him on that drive.
Marquet McDaniel is the injured Tiger Cat. First time the Cats have given up fourth quarter points in 5 games. But a lot of that also could be attributed to the field position that was given to them. It was given to Saskatchewan, and the Riders took advantage of it. A couple of big plays, and then finally Weston Dressler able to punch it in. So now it's time for Hamilton to see if they can respond offensively again. The guy who ignited them, got them going, was Arland Bruce. Haven't heard much from him since he scored that touchdown in the third quarter. Protects the football.
We talked earlier about how that Saskatchewan defensive front will often angle one way or the other, and the whole group heads in one direction. That time the Tiger Cats were running right into the slant.
For 14 in second down situations in this half. The Tiger Cats. 0 for 15. Stevie Baggs sacks Kevin Glenn.
Stevie Baggs, one of those guys who always plays with a lot of emotion, plays the game at a high tempo. Really having a breakout year after being a bit of a football nomad here in the CFL over the last few years.
Is that a little fishing thing again going? Reeling in the quarterback. Ball's loose. Set is coming for it. But the Cats do recover. Morris, and again, excellent field position. And now this is where that wind is really in the favor of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, because Hamilton's inability on second down to move the football is really costing them here.
Hamilton, number 33. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That, as you said, the inability on second down, inability to drive the football consistently throughout this game against the wind. They did a great job in the third quarter with the wind at their backs, but when you're working against the wind, you can't rely on big plays to get it done. That's where you've got to chip away.
Huge drive for the Riders. Good chance here with 4:20 to go to get to the end zone and seal a victory. Cates dragged down from behind by Otis Floyd, but another first down, Saskatchewan.
If there are any questions about the condition of Wes Cates' shoulder, I would say that those questions have been answered here today. It's not just that Cates is picking up yards, but he's picking up those yards by running through tackles at the line of scrimmage.
Hamilton Dean needs some stops. Zarka in motion, Cates backfield. Pass it again. Up the middle again.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders are utilizing Wes Cates in this ground game to eat up the time and wear down the Hamilton Tiger Cats D. Cates now with 15 carries for 99 yards. That matches his season high from a couple of weeks ago in Calgary. As I said off the top of this game, Wes Cates, through 4 games this year, he'd been held under 40 yards rushing in 3 of them. But this is a typical Wes Cates performance.
Cates again. Stood up. DeMonte Bolden, Justin Hickman. 3-minute warning. And the Riders 3 minutes away from ending a losing streak at home. Our game story tonight in Regina brought to you by Molson Canadian. This is our beer.
The biggest part of this story has been the tale of 2 halves for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They struggled miserably in the first, particularly on offense, with minus 11 net yards. Stormed back to make a blowout into a ball game in the second. But with the help of Wes Cates, Saskatchewan is adding to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
Could be a real key field goal down the stretch. 2.5. And it becomes a 2-possession game. And a 10-point Saskatchewan lead. Luka Kanji.
The most important thing about that field goal, as you alluded to, Rod, is that it makes it a 2-possession ball game for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Are down by 10. 2.5 minutes to go for an offense that has not moved the ball against the wind in either half here today.
Marcel Belfay looked like a man who was beaten down after that first half. His entire football club, uncharacteristically this season, just